Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free German ebook before it's gone. When learning a new language, everyone should have an ultimate goal to work towards. Whether you want to be able to connect with a relative, easily order food while traveling, or go somewhere new, having an end goal for your learning can be very motivating. A popular but challenging goal is being able to speak like a native speaker. It's difficult to measure exactly when you reach this goal, and it's not something you can pick up using textbooks alone. So how do you work on making your speech more natural? That's what we're going to look at today. Here are 3 tips to help you practice talking like a native speaker. Number 1, focus on vocabulary. If your goal is to speak like a native, you might be really focused on speaking quickly or using as many complex grammar patterns as possible. But in our native languages, we're not always trying to speak as fast as possible, and we use complex grammar patterns when necessary, not to show off. Vocabulary, however, is extremely important to expressing ourselves naturally. Your choice of words can reveal a lot about you and your understanding of the language. Most learners have had the experience of using a phrasebook or a dictionary to find a word they want to use, trying the word in conversation, and getting a look of confusion from the native speaker. In some cases, although your word choice may be grammatically correct, the word may be inappropriate for the situation or totally unnatural. This is especially important in business and other formal situations, where the right level of formality and professionalism is key. Being able to understand nuances in vocabulary words can also help you understand relationships between people just by listening to the conversation. Try to listen to many different types of conversations. Listen to how people talk to their friends, their superiors, and in customer service situations. This will give you a better idea of how to talk to others naturally. In some languages, you can omit words from sentences or use more direct communication styles. It's important to be aware of these things so you can apply them yourself. Colloquialisms and slang are also commonly used in most languages. As this sort of vocabulary is always evolving, it can be difficult to keep up with the latest words. Talk with native speakers and consume media in your target language to make sure you pick up these kinds of expressions. Media is a great resource for your learning. Ultimately, knowing the appropriate vocabulary to use for each situation will really help you sound more knowledgeable. Number 2, perfect your accent. With every language, there are unique pronunciation and intonation challenges. Some languages are tonal languages, and a change in pitch can completely change the meaning of a word. Then there's the fact that most countries have multiple dialects, and so people from one area of the country may sound different from those in another. So what is the best way to listen to a wide range of accents and different pronunciations? Video and audio resources are a great way to do this. YouTube is a perfect place to start because people from all kinds of different backgrounds upload videos to the platform. You can watch educational videos, daily life vlogs, cooking shows, a travel series, whatever interests you. Pay attention to the different ways people speak. Everyone is unique. And then practice speaking like them. This kind of practice can help you sound more natural. One note, please be aware of the type of resources you're using. For example, if you find a video where a speaker uses a rare dialect, it might not be a good idea to use that for your pronunciation practice, unless you have a special reason for studying a specific accent. As a general rule, it's best to try to search for practice resources that use a standard form of the language you're studying. Number 3, copy what you hear. Do you remember how you learned to speak as a child? We rarely learned new words just listening to them, or reading after we learned how. When we were little kids, we imitated the sounds we heard by repeating the sounds out loud. While you're talking to a friend, watching videos, or listening to audio in your target language, you can do this to try and replicate the way they speak. Doing this will help you work on mastering the flow of the language, your accent, intonation, and pronunciation. Of course, you might also pick up some new vocabulary this way. Make sure to repeat new words often. It's a great way to make sure you remember them. Try doing this using a number of different mediums and sources. That way, you'll be exposed to the diversity that the language offers and master the fundamentals of pronunciation. For example, you can watch and imitate several different YouTube videos and audio CDs, but try a few different sources, like different creators or different audio types, to make sure you experience a wide range of communication in your target language. If you're using our language learning program, you can even get your own teacher with Premium Plus. Your teacher can answer questions, give assignments, and even listen to your recordings and give you advice on pronunciation. Completing these kinds of lessons with a native teacher can really boost your confidence in your speaking skills. Becoming able to speak like a native is a popular goal for many people learning a new language. It feels great to be able to communicate smoothly, especially when the people you're talking to expect basic level sentences or broken communication. Try using the tips we've shared in this video to work on improving your speaking skills. Of course, it'll take time and persistence, but the reward will be more natural communication. And for even more tips on speaking, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Entschuldigung,
Ja,
wir suchen die Goethe-Schule. Kennen Sie die?
lernt ihr Deutsch?
Ich nicht. Ich bin Deutscher. Aber meine Bekannte Kate lernt Deutsch. Wo liegt die Goethe-Schule?
Ja, das ist das Gebäude da.
Da links?
Nein, rechts.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Links.
Left. On the left.
Links. Links. Nicht.
Not.
Nicht. Nicht. Rechts.
Right. On the right.
Rechts. Rechts. Kennen.
To know something or someone.
Kennen. Kennen. Aber.
But.
Aber. Aber. Da.
There.
Da. Da. Sie.
You. Formal.
Sie. Sie. Gebäude.
Building.
Gebäude. Gebäude. Wir.
We.
Wir. Wir.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Entschuldigung,
Ja,
wir suchen die Goethe-Schule. Kennen Sie die?
lernt ihr Deutsch?
Ich nicht. Ich bin Deutscher. Aber meine Bekannte Kate lernt Deutsch. Wo liegt die Goethe-Schule?
Ja, das ist das Gebäude da.
Da links?
Nein, rechts.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary, followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you've learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Entschuldigung,
Ja?
wie heißen Sie?
Ich heiße Kate Andrews.
Ich heiße Jens Schneider.
Ich freue mich, Sie kennenzulernen.
Ja, freut mich auch.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Entschuldigung,
Apology. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Entschuldigung. Entschuldigung. Kennenlernen.
To get to know someone. To get acquainted.
Kennenlernen. Kennenlernen. Ja,
Yes.
ja, ja. Ich,
I.
ich. Heißen,
To be called.
heißen. Heißen. Auch,
Also. To.
auch. Auch. Sie,
You. Formal.
sie. Sie. Sich freuen.
To be happy.
Sich freuen. Sich freuen.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Entschuldigung,
Ja?
wie heißen Sie?
Ich heiße Kate Andrews.
Ich heiße Jens Schneider.
Ich freue mich, Sie kennenzulernen.
Ja, freut mich auch.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Guten Tag, ist das hier die Anmeldung?
Ja? Wie heißen Sie?
Paul Martins.
P-O-H...
Nein, P-A-U-L, Paul. Paul auf Deutsch.
Aha. Und der Nachname?
M-A-R-T-E-N-S.
Danke.
Herr Cardigan, Sie sind sicher Amerikaner, oder?
Nein, ich komme aus Kanada.
Oh, Entschuldigung.
Es ist schon okay. Ich wohne in Washington.
Und Sie kommen aus Kanada?
Ja, ich komme aus Calgary. Und Sie, Frau Löwen?
Ich bin Deutsche.
Kommen Sie aus Berlin?
Nein, ich komme nicht aus Berlin. Ich wohne und arbeite in Berlin, aber ich komme aus Leipzig. Herr Cardigan,
Bitte nennen Sie mich nur Joe.
also gut. Ich bin Anke. Joe, kommst du als Tourist nach Berlin oder beruflich?
Als Tourist.
Und wie lange bleibst du?
Ich bleibe 2 Wochen. Entschuldigung,
Ja,
ich suche die Goethe-Schule.
die Goethe-Schule.
Ja,
Ich suche die auch.
Hallo, Herr Martins, willkommen.
hallo. Wie geht es Ihnen, Frau Schneider? How do...
Mir geht es gut, danke. Und Ihnen?
Auch gut, danke.
Sind Sie müde?
Nicht sehr müde. Nein.
Sehr gut.
Hi, my name is Elisa. Welcome to 10 Reasons to Learn German. Es ist eine schöne Sprache. It's a beautiful language. Es ist eine schöne Sprache. It's a beautiful language. I'm sure that's one of the reasons why you are learning German as well. Ich lebe in dem Land, wo die Sprache gesprochen wird. I live in a country that speaks the language. Ich lebe in dem Land, wo die Sprache gesprochen wird. I live in a country that speaks the language. If you come to Germany and want to learn German and study German, I mean, since you are in Germany, it would be, of course, easier to get around, even in the supermarket or just different kind of things like getting on the bus, on the train, and finding your way. It's all in German, so it's a good reason to learn German. Ich lerne die Sprache, jemanden damit zu beeindrucken. I'm learning the language to impress someone. Ich lerne die Sprache, jemanden damit zu beeindrucken. I'm learning the language to impress someone. To be honest, I don't think that's a good reason, because you should impress yourself. You should do it for yourself, not for anybody. And it's your own challenge. And, you know, I always have these little challenges I do, and if I overcome them, I'm happy. Ich liebe die Kultur und Menschen, die diese Sprache sprechen. I love the culture and the people who speak the language. Ich liebe die Kultur und Menschen, die diese Sprache sprechen. I love the culture and the people who speak the language. Well, who doesn't love Germans, right? And Germany, it's a beautiful country. The people are really friendly and nice. And if you have questions, they'll always help you. Ich liebe es einfach, Sprachen zu lernen. I just love learning languages. Ich liebe es einfach, Sprachen zu lernen. I just love learning languages. Yeah, some people are really talented with languages and they want to learn more. They enjoy studying different languages. Ich liebe es zu reisen. I love traveling. Ich liebe es zu reisen. I love traveling. Yeah, I think that's very important actually. When you travel, you should definitely know a little bit of the language or the country you're traveling to. I just think it's nice to know the basics if you travel to Germany. Germans mostly, of course, speak English, but I think they're also happy like to see if somebody is kind of really trying, and it just puts a smile on their faces. Ich möchte meine Lieblingssongs, Filme und TV-Sendungen verstehen. I want to understand my favorite songs, movies and TV shows. The younger generation is really getting into movies, especially in Berlin, and there's a lot of movies and like dramas and TV shows, and of course, in order to understand, I think it's important to learn German. It's also a good way to learn German, I think, if you are learning German, to watch the movies and TV shows in German. Ich möchte meinen Horizont erweitern und internationaler werden. I want to open my mind and become more international. Ich möchte meinen Horizont erweitern und internationaler werden. I want to open my mind and become more international. I think this is my favorite reason. I think too that it's so important to be aware of the whole world, the different cultures we have, and, you know, become more like a international person. And I think if you learn a language, you also kind of learn a lot about the culture and the way people live. And if you want to open up your mind more in your way of thinking, I think it's very important to learn a new language. Ich möchte mich gerne mit der Familie meines Partners auf ihrer Sprache unterhalten. I want to speak to my partner's family in their language. You might be dating a German but you're from another country, so of course you get interested in the culture and the language. I think that's a normal thing, and in order to speak with their family or, you know, spend time on certain holidays, it's important to know their language. And if that's a reason, let me know. I'm curious if you're maybe dating a German and that's why you're actually studying German. Meine Familie kommt aus der Umgebung, wo die Sprache gesprochen wird. My family comes from a place where the language is spoken. Meine Familie kommt aus der Umgebung, wo die Sprache gesprochen wird. My family comes from a place where the language is spoken. I have some friends too who are part German, but they grew up in the States maybe, and they don't know any German, so they're interested in the country and culture, so that's the reason why they study German. What is your reason for studying German? I would love to know. Maybe it's another totally different reason, or maybe it was one of the reasons I just stated. Let me know. I'm curious, and hope to see you soon. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye. German.
Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Henrik. Welcome to a new episode of GermanPod101.com. Today I have a very cool lesson for you, very interesting, very important. I'll teach you top 10 phrases you'll need to go on a date. So, if you've ever thought on maybe going out on a date with a German, this might be very interesting stuff for you. Let's go. Möchtest du mit mir Abendessen gehen? Would you like to go out to dinner with me? Möchtest du mit mir Abendessen gehen? Would you like to go out to dinner with me? So yeah, classic question for a first date. If you're not sure what you want to do with a person, really just spend time with her, getting to talk, to know more about each other. That's the classic, going out for dinner. So you can ask, hey, would you like to go get dinner with me? Möchtest du mit mir Abendessen gehen? The most classic question probably for a first date, huh? Hast du dieses Wochenende Zeit? Are you free this weekend? Hast du dieses Wochenende Zeit? Are you free this weekend? So, after you finished your first date probably and it's been nice, you can go a step forward and ask, hey, let's meet this weekend. I don't know, do some fun activity out in the woods or go shopping, whatever. But first you need to know, is this person free on the weekend? So you should ask, hey, are you free this weekend? Hast du dieses Wochenende Zeit? Möchtest du mit mir Zeit verbringen? Would you like to hang out with me? Möchtest du mit mir Zeit verbringen? Would you like to hang out with me? Yeah, this is just really general. Also, probably if you don't know the person as well, as much, and you just want to figure out, hey, is this person interested in hanging out with me? You could ask, you want to spend time with me? Möchtest du mit mir Zeit verbringen? Or if you want to make it sound a little bit more slangy, you should ask, möchtest du mit mir abhängen? Like, really, literally, you want to hang out with me? Abhängen is hang out. So, yeah, either way, the more classy is like, möchtest du mit mir Zeit verbringen? Or just like a little bit more cool, hey, möchtest du mit mir abhängen? Also probably depends on the age. If you're rather in your 30s, 40s upwards, you would probably ask for some time, Zeit. Whereas when you're a teenager, just play it cool, say, möchtest du mit mir abhängen? Du bist so süß. You are so cute. Du bist so süß. You're so cute. It's a nice compliment for if like you're dating, having a date with a cute person and I don't know, you're really having fun, then you can just like let this slip. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Like, oh, du bist so süß. It's nice. It works both for boy to girl, girl to boy. Both can be cute. Du siehst gut aus. You look great. Du siehst gut aus. You look great. Yeah, this is what you say when you meet the person to go on the date, and probably most person will dress up a little bit, like put some makeup on, put the high heels on, like in the Sia song, right? And then yeah, to appreciate all the effort the person does to look pretty, just give him a compliment. Hey, wow, you look great. Du siehst gut aus. They will appreciate. Das war ein toller Abend. That was a great evening. Das war ein toller Abend. That was a great night. Apparently, you don't say this in the beginning of the evening, you said it in the end of the evening. And if you enjoyed your time, just let the person know. I always like to hear that people enjoyed the time with me when I'm on a date, or when I just spend time with friends, and then in the end I say, hey, whoa, that was a cool night, and everybody knows, hey, cool, we had a good time. So why not just saying it? Ich werde dich nach Hause fahren. I will drive you home. Ich werde dich nach Hause fahren. I will drive you home. Yeah, if you're a gentleman, you should do this, or a gentle lady, if you're the driver for the night. Just offer, yeah, bring me home. Germany is a safe country, so we have nice public transport. But of course, if you're on a date, you wanna show, hey, whoa, I'm a gentleman, or I'm a nice lady. I'll drive you home. I drive you home to make it easier for you. Wann sollen wir uns morgen treffen? What time shall we meet tomorrow? Wann sollen wir uns morgen treffen? What time shall we meet tomorrow? Yeah, apparently you've already set up a date, but you don't know what time you're gonna meet or where you wanna go, whatever, then just to clarify, you ask the question, hey, what time do we meet tomorrow? I'm probably going to ask this very often because I'm not so good in remembering dates, times, all this kind of stuff disappears from my memory, so I'll use the sentence a lot. Wann treffen wir uns? Zu welcher Zeit? What time shall we meet? Können wir uns wiedersehen? Can I see you again? Können wir uns wiedersehen? Can I see you again? Also, yeah, if you like the date, if you like the person, you want to see her again, just be polite. Hey, können wir uns wiedersehen? You can ask it in a cute way and then the person probably can't even say no to you. Was hältst du von diesem Ort? What do you think of this place? Was hältst du von diesem Ort? What do you think of this place? Yeah, if you found a nice spot, then suggest, hey, let's stay here. For example, in my city, it's like a little bit in a mountainish area. Yeah, I know Swiss and Austrian people would disagree because it's like not huge mountains; it's more like hills. But anyways, if you go a little bit up a hill, then there's a nice spot where you can oversee the entire city, and that's where many people take their dates. So you could make it seem just like casually fun. Oh, hey, what do you think about this place? Not like planned long time. Even though probably the person will appreciate if you have put a little bit thought in where you go. So but yeah, it's nice to ask the date if she likes the place you took her or him, like whatever you prefer. That's it, already the end. I mean, you notice the sentences we use in Germany are basically the same that I used in America, or at least in English-speaking countries. Just translated, we don't have really a lot different habits how we ask to go out on a date, so this should be easy for you. Just find a German German boy or German girl, find one, use those phrases, and I bet you will have some success to go on a date. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Leave some comments. If you let me know about your experiences on dates with Germans, maybe if you used some of the sentences, visit GermanPod101.com to learn even more German, to impress your dates with your German, and then I see you in the next lesson. Ciao, ciao.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Guten Tag, ist das hier die Anmeldung? Nein, hier ist nicht die Anmeldung. Die Anmeldung ist da links. Ah, danke. Guten Tag, ist das hier die Anmeldung? Ja, wie heißen Sie? Kate Andrews. Wie buchstabiert man das? Nachname? A-N-D-R-E-W-S. Vorname? K-A-T-E.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Danke.
Thank you.
Danke. Danke. Anmeldung.
Registration. Application.
Anmeldung. Anmeldung. Hier.
Here.
Hier. Hier. Nachname.
Last name.
Nachname. Nachname. Wie?
How.
Wie? Wie? Vorname.
First name.
Vorname. Vorname.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Guten Tag, ist das hier die Anmeldung? Nein, hier ist nicht die Anmeldung. Die Anmeldung ist da links. Ah, danke. Guten Tag, ist das hier die Anmeldung? Ja, wie heißen Sie? Kate Andrews. Wie buchstabiert man das? Nachname? A-N-D-R-E-W-S. Vorname? K-A-T-E.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Everyone can find 5 minutes to spare somewhere in their day. Why not use that time to learn a language? In 5 minutes, you can jump into a new lesson, vocabulary list, or grammar point. Let's look at the concept of the 5-minute rule. It's a simple idea that can help you be more successful in your language learning. In this video, you'll learn about the 5-minute rule and how it can help you master a language in the long run. Point 1. The 5-minute rule can help you put your time to better use. Have you ever caught yourself falling down a YouTube hole? Or have you ever looked up from a simple phone game and realized you've been playing for 30 minutes? Of course you have. We have all had this experience at some point. The idea with the 5-minute rule is that you take some of that time you might be spending on something not so productive and turn just 5 minutes into time you spend learning language. You can even do this on your phone with our app. Our audio and video lessons are 3 to 15 minutes long, so it's easy to spend 5 minutes on a lesson. You can also review vocabulary and phrase lists, review the word of the day, or drill words with flashcards for 5 minutes. There are a ton of ways to study. You just need to sit down for 5 minutes and do it. There's no need to stress about how to fill hours of study time. Point 2. The 5-minute rule can help you take advantage of bite-sized learning. Why is it a 5-minute rule? What's so special about this amount of time? Before we answer this question, imagine your typical day. You wake up in the morning and go to work or school. You finish in the evening and come home. You want to study, but you think about spending hours of your limited free time on learning and you lose motivation. If, however, at the end of a long day, you come home and think about spending just 5 minutes studying, it becomes much easier to motivate yourself, and you're much more likely to actually do it. Expecting yourself to spend hours of each day studying after going to work or attending school can make you burn out quickly. You might be able to keep it up for a short period of time, but for many people, the amount of pressure they put on themselves causes them to lose motivation and stop completely. 5 minutes, however, is easy to keep up with every day. You won't dread spending 5 minutes of your free time on your studies. And you'll probably find that once you start, you'll study for longer than just 5 minutes. Breaking your studies into small pieces can help you jump in whenever you feel like it. There's one simple study tool that will help you speak more of your target language. It'll help you understand entire conversations and catch every single word. It'll also help you respond in conversations. The tool is the Dialogue Study Tool. It'll help you with all of this and will help you improve your reading and writing skills. In this video, we'll look at how the Dialogue Study Tool can aid your language learning. Number 1. What is the Dialogue Study Tool? The Dialogue Study Tool is a premium study tool that you can find in every lesson. The Dialogue Tool is a line-by-line breakdown of the conversations in your lessons. You get the dialogue script in the target language. You get the Romanized version, the translated script, audio pronunciations, and access to a voice recorder for each line. Number 2. Why is the tool so powerful? For example, let's look at how you can use it to improve your speaking skills. When you listen to a lesson, use the dialogue to read along. As you listen, speak out loud along with the lesson. Repeat what you hear. The dialogue tool makes mastering conversations super easy. It breaks down the lesson conversations one line at a time. You can use it to make sure you understand every line, phrase, and word without getting overwhelmed. And you can also use it to perfect your speaking, reading, listening, and writing skills. If you're not sure about how to say something, you can click on the audio icon next to the line to hear it spoken by a native speaker. Then repeat out loud. You can do this as many times as you want. To perfect your pronunciation, click on the microphone icon to start recording. Record yourself saying a line and compare your pronunciation to the pronunciation of a native speaker. These tactics will get you speaking in minutes, and if you apply these to every lesson, you'll be speaking your target language in no time. But what about listening? Since the dialogue is a line-by-line breakdown of the conversation, you can listen to each line separately, as much as you want. Just click on the audio icon. You can listen again and review the script. Read along with the script so you can catch every word. This will help you understand fast, native-level conversations without missing anything. Reading is another skill to improve with the dialogue tool. As you listen to the conversation, just read along with the lesson script that's inside the lesson dialogue. If you don't know a word, click the translations that are in the dialogue. You can even read with the Romanized script to help you sound out the words. Lastly, let's talk about how it can help boost writing skills. This is a very simple, basic suggestion. Just write the dialogue down in a notebook by hand. Just writing down the dialogue provided gives you a chance to practice using letters or words you might never have written before. This is especially true if you're studying a language that uses an alphabet or script you're unfamiliar with. Another benefit is that it gives you things to write. Instead of taking time to think about what to write, you can just write the dialogue down. The dialogue tool can support your studies in many different ways, and this makes it a powerful aid for your language learning. There might be times in your life when you need to learn something right away. Maybe you have an unexpected exam, you need to prepare for a new job, or you might be traveling for work. In situations like these, many people feel the need to try to study a lot of information in a short period of time. But can you really learn a language by cramming in all of your studying in a short period? In this video, we'll talk about how cramming works with language learning. 1. Is cramming effective? A lot of people would probably answer yes to this question based on experiences they had in school. Most of us have probably had the experience of staying up late the night before a test to cram as much information as possible. But how much of that information do you remember now? Cramming can work if you have a test tomorrow or a short-term study goal. For example, if your only goal is to pass a test or give a presentation within a few days, cramming isn't a bad idea. But it doesn't work very well if you want to remember what you studied in the long run. A great example of a better way to study is with something like our spaced repetition flashcards. One of the most effective ways to study is to review something over a period of time. Spacing out your studies is what helps you learn and retain information best. You learn something today, you come back in 2 days and review it. Then, you come back in 4 days and review it some more. In contrast, cramming is a one-time thing. You cram a lot of information in your brain, take a test, and then forget it all. But when you review, you're strengthening the synapses in your brain. Synapses are like little roads that connect the neurons in your brain. So the more you review, the stronger the connection, and the better the recall. But what if you need to learn fast? 2. An example of a cramming schedule. Let's say you're traveling for work, and you really need to learn some greetings and some basic survival phrases to make it through your trip. Time is probably not on your side. Your only option is to cram. Here's what a cram plan might look like in a case like this. Spend some time on survival lessons before going to bed. Increase the amount of time you spend with anyone you can talk to in your target language, another student or maybe an online teacher. Increase the amount of time you spend on any online language classes you're taking. Another problem related to cramming is that your study time has to come from somewhere, and that tends to come from sleep, so that's not a good thing. We don't recommend cramming, but if you have to cram, which we all do at some point, here are some ideas for how to do it. 3. Cramming learning program. Cramming might get you a lot of fast results in a short period of time, but with just a couple of one-time study sessions, it's a strategy that won't help you in the long run. If you find yourself in a situation where you absolutely have to cram, here's what you can do. First, pick the lessons that align with your goal. Focus on just what you need. If you're learning for travel, skip the other lessons and focus on our survival phrases series. If you want to learn basic conversations, look at the top 25 questions you need to know content. If you need special phrases for the bank or the post office, we have lessons for that too. And you can find lessons for all kinds of topics and scenarios in the lesson library. Second, prioritize lessons at your level more than the challenging lessons. If you're working within a limited time frame, you'll get more value for your time by doing lessons that are at your level. You can spend more time on the harder lessons later if you find you have the time. We have a vocabulary slideshow tool and a flashcard tool that you can use for quick study sessions. Both of these features quiz you on vocab and help you learn fast. Focus on mastering a few must-know lessons. It's better to know all of the dialogue from 5 lessons inside out than to run through 60 lessons and not remember anything. You can also take advantage of our lesson notes. Inside the lesson notes, you'll get the lesson dialogue, translations, explanations, sample sentences, and cultural insights. We have a printer-friendly version of the word bank too. Just click on that to create a printout. It'll give you a physical study sheet you can use to review anywhere. You can also print out PDF conversation cheat sheets and infographics. These teach you the must-know words and phrases for all kinds of topics: travel, basic conversations, talking about hobbies, airport vocab, and much more. With the infographics, you can save the images to your phone and just swipe through them for a quick review. And finally, when you're ready, do a quiz session. Even if you're low on time, a bit of review can help. After you're done with a lesson, stop and ask yourself, what was the main grammar point of the lesson? Try and explain that rule to yourself in your head, or say it out loud. Remember, we don't recommend cramming as the best method for learning a language. The key to building skills is repetition. But if you need a quick study session to learn a few key points in your target language, we have the tools to help you. When you're ready to come back and review what you've crammed, we can help you with that too.
Hey everybody, what's up? I'm Henrik. Welcome to a brand new episode of GermanPod101.com with me, for you. Today we're going to talk about what are your top 10 language learning goals for the year. The year is still new, some months already in, but still enough time to reach all the goals that you have. So, what could those be? We'll see in a second. Let's go. Ich werde die Survival Phrases Series auf GermanPod101.com beenden, indem ich mir 2 Lektionen jeden Tag anhöre. I'll finish Survival Phrases Series on GermanPod101.com by listening 2 phrases a day. Survival with German language requires some survival lessons, I guess. Go through the survival lessons and take care you follow all the steps I'm going through with you today, and then we make sure that you will be on track with all your goals in learning German. Ich werde ein deutsches Buch zu Ende lesen, indem ich 10 Seiten jeden Tag lese. I'll finish reading 1 German book by reading 10 pages a day. I know we have some great German philosophers like Goethe and Schiller. Maybe you should not start with this kind of stuff, it's a bit heavy. Even German speakers struggle to understand all that stuff. Take something easy and then reading is fun. I think reading German is a great way to master the German language, so go ahead, 10 pages a day, make sure. Ich werde meinen Deutschtest bestehen. I'll pass my German test. Yeah, whatever test that is, like there's all this A1, A2, B1, B2, or if it's test stuff, there's the Goethe Institute. All those are great. If you plan on studying in German, then you have to reach a specific level and pass in a test. I think that's usually either the Goethe Institute or the C1, and there's test stuff, DSH. So if you plan on studying in Germany, you should make sure that you pass on one of those tests. They're a bit higher than the B2 level, and yeah, listening to these lessons here is the first way to get there. Ich werde einen deutschen Film komplett verstehen, indem ich ihn jeden Tag gucke. I'll fully understand 1 German movie by watching it every day. I'm not so sure if that's the best way to do it. Might get quite boring after the 3rd, 4th or 5th time. But I don't know, if you like binge watching all over the same movie, then it might be a good idea to just switch over to German at one point. So if you already know all the phrases by heart in your mother tongue, that could be a way. I like Bad Boys. That's a good movie. Wouldn't watch it every day though. Okay, I think we'll find better ways to make you learn German without you having to watch the same movie every day all over again. Okay, let's try with the next one. Ich werde vor meinen deutschen Freunden auf Deutsch eine 3 Minuten lange Vorstellungsrede halten. I'll give a 3-minute introductory speech in German to my German friends. First thing to do here is find some German friends. If you live somewhere else, I don't know. But on the other hand, yeah, Germans are everywhere. So just go out, shout some of the stuff that you already learned with me, and then whoever speaks German will be like, oh, I understood that. So you can find some German friends this way. Then give them your 3-minute introductory speech, and then they already know who you are. And so, yeah, maybe they are friends afterwards. Maybe not, but at least you've mastered one of the steps to reach your German goals for the year. Ich werde 5 deutsche Lieder auswendig lernen. I'll memorize 5 German songs. Ooh, that's a hard one. Even I don't memorize 5 German songs. I know maybe 99 Red Balloons. That's a good one, easy to remember. Good start with that. I do know more English songs, they're the better songs. Unless you really like German music, then we have some cool rock bands. There's Die Toten Hosen, should listen to that stuff, good stuff. Or Die Ärzte, same direction. If you manage to memorize 5 German songs, please leave a note and sing them. I want to know. Ich werde 350 Wörter durch Karteikarten auf germanpod101.com zu Ende auswendig lernen. I'll finish memorizing 350 words with flashcards on germanpod101.com. That's a pretty long one, okay, so one more time, pretty slow. Ich werde 350 Wörter durch Karteikarten auf germanpod101.com, right here, zu Ende auswendig lernen. Yep, flashcards are a very good way, like the little flashcards. Write down the words. After writing down 350 words, you probably already know most of them, so that's the way to go. The horse agrees. I used to learn with flashcards also, but flashcards definitely is a good way to go for. Ich werde 10 Postkarten auf Deutsch an meine deutschen Freunde schreiben. I write 10 postcards in German to my German friends. Yeah, again, first find some German friends that you can send the postcards to. If you haven't been successful in the mall with shouting around and giving you a 3-minute introductory speech, and you haven't found any German friends yet, just write 10 German postcards to your grandma. Grandmas love postcards. Just, I don't know, add some little pictures of yourself, and they'll be totally fine. I don't know, grandmas are full of surprise. Maybe they even speak German. But yeah, you see, it's worth finding some German friends so that you can give your 3-minute introductory speech. You can send 10 German postcards. German friends are very useful. People say it's hard to find German friends. That's not true. We're everywhere. We're nice people. Ich werde lernen, wie man über vergangene, gegenwärtige und zukünftige Ereignisse spricht. I'll learn how to talk about past, present and future events. I think it's worth also to grab a German grammar book. That way you can also do your 10 pages in German a day and study the German past and present forms. Because, yeah, my lessons are very good to learn some new vocab and to get a little bit the feeling of the language and get some cultural insights. But I'm not really going into detail too much with grammar. So in my opinion, to really study grammar, a book is the best way to go, because you can really like sit down, think. It's also a bit like you can use your flashcards and write down the different forms of a verb in the past and in the future. Future, it's there. Past, there. Present, right here. Vergangenheit, Zukunft, Gegenwart. That's the 3 ways to go. So dreamers, I don't know, memorizers, and right here we are. Gegenwart. Ich werde 150 Wörter meistern, indem ich 5 Wörter pro Tag auswendig lerne. I'll master 150 words by learning 5 words a day. That's a good goal. New words, broaden your vocab. 5 new words is good, like it's not too much in the beginning. After a couple of days it gets more, like after 7 for example. After a week you would be with 35 words. 35 words are good. You can make a lot of sentences. Maybe not so much sense, but a lot of sentences with 35 words. But yeah, no kidding. I mean, having the goal of every day having 5 new words is pretty good. So you always kind of really broaden your horizon. And of course, from time to time you'll forget some, but therefore you have your flashcards to repeat. And yet also it gives you the chance to really get a little step forward day by day. So 5 words every day. So that's it for the day. I hope you liked the lesson. I hope you get yourself a plan now what you have to do to keep on track with your German for the end of the year. We're in April right now here. You see weather, sometimes blue, sometimes gray. Getting closer to summer, but still in the beginning of the year. You still got all the opportunities to learn German this year. So follow the steps I told you. So yeah, leave a comment if you liked it. If you didn't like it, don't leave a comment. No, tell me what I could improve. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and then I see you next time. Bye bye. Yeah, I know. You hear that horse? Okay, anyways. I think really the only song everybody here knows is probably 99 Red Balloons. 99 Luftballons. Yeah? You know that one too. Yeah, see. I'm not gonna sing it for you. You have to memorize it, not me.
Ich würde gern gehen. I'd like to go. Ich würde gern gehen. Ich würde gern gehen. Ist hier ein Bankautomat in der Nähe? Is there an ATM nearby? Ist hier ein Bankautomat in der Nähe? Ist hier ein Bankautomat in der Nähe? Bitte erzähle mir mehr über. Please tell me more about. Bitte erzähle mir mehr über. Bitte erzähle mir mehr über. Du hast einen guten Geschmack. You have good taste. Du hast einen guten Geschmack. Du hast einen guten Geschmack. Hast du nächsten Samstag Zeit? Do you have time next Saturday? Hast du nächsten Samstag Zeit? Hast du nächsten Samstag Zeit? Ich bin spät, da der Bus nicht kam. I am late because the bus did not show up. Ich bin spät, da der Bus nicht kam. Ich bin spät, da der Bus nicht kam. Bitte seien Sie ruhig. Please keep quiet. Bitte seien Sie ruhig. Bitte seien Sie ruhig. Hast du eine Frage? Do you have a question? Hast du eine Frage? Hast du eine Frage? Ich fühle mich nicht gut. Könnte ich bitte diesen Tag frei nehmen? I don't feel well. Can I be excused for the day? Ich fühle mich nicht gut. Könnte ich bitte diesen Tag frei nehmen? Ich fühle mich nicht gut. Könnte ich bitte diesen Tag frei nehmen? Was können Sie empfehlen? What do you recommend? Was können Sie empfehlen? Was können Sie empfehlen? Enthält dieses Gericht? Does this dish contain any?
Enthält dieses Gericht? Enthält dieses Gericht? Ich kann keine essen, trinken. I can't eat, drink. Ich kann keine essen, trinken. Ich kann keine essen, trinken. Ich mag. I like. Ich mag. Ich mag. Wie ist das Wetter? How's the weather? Wie ist das Wetter? Wie ist das Wetter? Ich habe meinen Gegenstand verloren. I lost my item. Ich habe meinen Gegenstand verloren. Ich habe meinen Gegenstand verloren. Darf ich hier sitzen? Can I sit here? Darf ich hier sitzen? Darf ich hier sitzen? Haben Sie einen? Do you have a? Haben Sie einen? Haben Sie einen? Ich suche das. I'm looking for the. Ich suche das. Ich suche das. Meine E-Mail-Adresse ist. My email address is. Meine E-Mail-Adresse ist. Meine E-Mail-Adresse ist. Was machen Sie beruflich? What is your profession? Was machen Sie beruflich? Was machen Sie beruflich? Ich bin ins Kino gegangen. I went to the cinema. Ich bin ins Kino gegangen. Ich bin ins Kino gegangen. Komm herein. Come in. Komm herein. Komm herein. Mein Lieblingslied ist. My favorite song is. Mein Lieblingslied ist. Mein Lieblingslied ist. Was für Musik hörst du? What music are you listening to? Was für Musik hörst du? Was für Musik hörst du? Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Happy Birthday. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag. Herzlichen Glückwunsch zum Geburtstag.
Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Kate, magst du auch Filme?
Ja, ich gehe oft ins Kino.
Ah, ich auch. Was für Filme siehst du gerne?
Komödien.
Super.
Und du?
Ich? Action.
Das ist auch interessant.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Kino.
Cinema.
Kino. Kino. Du.
You. Informal.
Du. Du. Mögen.
To like.
Mögen. Mögen. Super.
Super. Great. Fantastic.
Super. Super. Komödie.
Comedy.
Komödie. Komödie. Interessant.
Interesting.
Interessant. Interessant.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Kate, magst du auch Filme?
Ja, ich gehe oft ins Kino.
Ah, ich auch. Was für Filme siehst du gerne?
Komödien.
Super.
Und du?
Ich? Action.
Das ist auch interessant.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson. Are you struggling to understand conversations in your target language? This video will improve your listening skills using practice dialogues. How do you know if your language skills are improving? Our team of teachers have designed a free quiz to determine your actual learning level. So click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for you. In this lesson, you'll listen to a dialogue with the text. Second, you'll review the key vocabulary followed by the English translations. And finally, you'll review the dialogue with the text again to master what you learned. First, listen to the dialogue with the text on the screen.
Jens, aus welcher Stadt kommst du?
Göttingen. Und du?
Ich komme aus England.
Ehrlich?
Ja, ehrlich. Ich bin Engländerin.
Wo genau in England?
Aus der Hauptstadt, London.
Das ist ein schöner Ort.
Now you'll hear the key vocabulary, followed by the English translation.
Aus.
From. Out of.
Aus. Aus. Sein.
To be.
Sein. Sein. Engländer. Engländerin.
English male. English female.
Engländer. Engländerin. Engländer. Engländerin. Woher?
From where?
Woher? Woher? Seit.
Since.
Seit. Seit. Schön.
Beautiful.
Schön. Schön. Kommen.
To come.
Kommen. Kommen. Hauptstadt.
Capital city.
Hauptstadt. Hauptstadt. Stadt.
Town. City.
Stadt. Stadt. Ort.
Place. City. Location.
Ort. Ort.
Finally, let's review the dialogue again. See if you can understand more this time.
Jens, aus welcher Stadt kommst du?
Göttingen. Und du?
Ich komme aus England.
Ehrlich?
Ja, ehrlich. Ich bin Engländerin.
Wo genau in England?
Aus der Hauptstadt, London.
Das ist ein schöner Ort.
This is the end of the lesson. In this lesson, you improved your listening and mastered key vocabulary for everyday life conversation. Don't forget to click the link in the description to get your free assessment and unlock lessons that are right for your learning level. Keep practicing and move on to the next lesson.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free German ebook before it's gone.